Whoa. Different place, different area. Here we go. This is basically presented by TBS. They're trying to move Adult Swim with adult cartoons. This is a second show next to Tarantula that, in my opinion, it was a great Tarantula, and I kind of hope they promoted more, but they didn't. But Final Space did promote it a hell out of it. I mean, you can never stop watching it. It just appears out of nowhere. So the question is, Final Space is entertaining. It's worth watching. This first two episodes I found in the TBS app is honestly good. I mean, it is really good. It still needs some work here and there, but it's just the two episodes. And the fact that everything goes down is just kind of interesting. I'm trying not to spoil that much, but I'm sorry I'm talking too fast. I'm just kind of hyperactive because the series was so great. And for some reason I forgot my hat. Yeah, I feel naked. Don't look at me! Yes, I'm bald. No, I am not bald. I have too much hair. I need my hat. I'm paranoid about my hat. It's a part of me. You know what I mean? If you lose your hat, you need it. Or part of clothing you wear, like you watch or you want it, or something you usually wear. If you don't have it, you feel naked. That's how I feel right now. Naked. I won't have... naked, don't look at me. Okay, sorry. Trying to be hyperactive, trying to be entertaining. Let's go! Oh, my name is Retro. Today we're going to do Final Space. It's one of those series that is surprisingly funny and serious. It's the whole story is basically this guy called Kevin who accidentally got in trouble wearing a military uniform to impress a girl. They got screwed over, so he go to prison, but a space prison. He basically stuck in this spaceship for 5 years till, well, you know, this strange animal called Squeaky Quick. This squishy thing, I don't know what it is, but this personally is the most powerful thing ever seen. And Kevin is obsessed with it because he's lonely. I mean, the guy is terribly lonely. The only people he talked to is the robots. All this you should know because of the trailers. After that, crazy things happen. And Kevin is a very enthusiastic character. I mean, he's boom, bam, boom. And something that very entertaining. Of course, he's kind of mad. But you think because of the 5 years, he's kind of stuck alone for this robots that he has no one actually to talk about, someone who will give it a conversation. He's so desperate, and the people try to catch this little squishy thing like a layer cake, and he says no, but he want to be friends. I mean, the guy is lonely or crazy because he do give some backstory who used to be a little kid with his dad, and they do kind of like Cowboy Bebop style. They don't use narrative, it just show you very quietly what happened, but it's very little that you wonder what happened to his dad. If you see little flashback, you'll be interesting. The more they keep talking, the more you're just like, okay, the show is funny, have good stories, have good chemistry. You also have characters who are not one dimension. They're also so interesting that the girl he got obsessed with, he doesn't know her. In the trailers, you thought they have history together in how the trailer represented, but they don't. That's the thing that catch you. You think they don't, but when it happened at the very end, that it catch you surprised he came back from the future. Yet, something tells you there's so much more to this that it kind of catch you off guard. You just like, wow, this is a very interesting show. There are 5 great points about this 2-part episode. There are 5 things that blew me away. Sorry, I said it wrong. The first is the dialogue. I mean, it's one of the best written dialogues I have ever seen. But the jokes have to make you think. Usually cartoons or TV series, they never accomplish it. I mean, they're just one-off jokes or one-liners. But the jokes Kevin says or compares to, it's like, I say the phrase he says, "You butter me up." That's a simple phrase, but how he uses the context, how he had this bad news after bad news and the bad news when he says, "You keep buttering me up, man. I mean, you give me something else." And then simple is creative. I mean, he does this constantly. Everything he says, or every joke he throws is so 2 things. I mean, it's the proper word you say in this kind of situation, but it means something else. And that is so creative. It's like the perfect way you say that kind of sentence or word. And also, you have another thing that it was good and bad. The good thing is the characters are different. Usually the comedy show, they kind of get mixed up, became the same character because everybody used the same joke. And the rule is each character has their own reactions, their own jokes. And sometimes people forget that, like Teen Titans Go, usually all the characters are the same character. And this one does realize you can't do that, and each character does his own thing, their own character, their own reason to be there. And that in itself is so interesting. Now the third thing is the animation. I mean, I said it before, I said it again. Sometimes a simple animation does do so much more. Simple idea does so much more than a very complicated story. Because this shows a simple idea, simple animation, and simple jokes makes a show better because you be more creative. And you show this so much, especially in the animation. I feel this show only have 12 or 13 episodes, and all the budget, they easily put all the right places. You see how much love and dedication each episode given in the animation. It's just so good. I mean, it's so impressive, it's so creative. It also, the fourth thing was so great about this series is the fact the logic of the show is so interesting. Except for Kevin, but they explains that, yeah, he's kind of crazy or lonely. He does stupid things because it's Kevin. He needs to do something. He needs to get out. Of course, I love this. It has consequences. Not like Family Guy or The Simpsons. They certain happens like they messed up and then they got back to it. This one does get back to it, especially the family incident and Kevin and the bodysuit. Yeah, that was dark and messed up and funny, but it was more in something that it did happen and it does have consequences. And I love about that, it has consequences. Finally, a show is something right. Now the final thing, the fifth thing, it won't happen at the end. And the end, the girl Kevin was so obsessed with comes back the way you wasn't expecting, because the beginning of the whole 2 episodes, you don't know who she is. You know it's Kevin's section. She has like small arc, something is happening, she doesn't know what's going on, she's trying to uncover it. But what's more, you never get anything out of it. You just wonder, okay, what makes this small story engaging? Why should I care? And what happened at the very end is her came back, but not her. She's the future self who came in the future trying to go in the past for a few seconds, giving information for Kevin. But Kevin wasn't there, so she leaves it to an annoying robot, and so things happen and the adventure begins. That ending, that simple ending, gave me that kind of pressure that I need to see more. And that's the perfect way to make a series interesting. They give you more questions and answers, and you just want to see more about this series and wonder where you go in. I mean, I wouldn't expect this series to be especially how the trailers give you, how everything they do, the motivation of the characters. You see more characters like Avocado, that's the name of the cat. I don't know what's the name Avocado, but who cares? The cat is interesting. He's the warrior, he's the badass. He's trying to do something to help Kevin, so Kevin to help him. He also have this bromance, man. Yes. You know, sometimes people go in to see relationships. Well, this one of the biggest relationships is the bromance. But the bromance of Avocado and Kevin is one of those one-sided relationships, like good friends. But at the end, Avocado believes, okay, I have no choice. We'll be bros. We brovalicious now. Yes, this one has so much a joint of this kind of weird relationship. At the beginning, Avocado was just using Kevin, but I realized, yeah, I need him more than he needs me. And Kevin needs everyone because he's frustrated, bored, tired of being punished this 5 years, especially this dictator AI who basically say his law officer who tell him what to do it, and how to do it. But what's more, Kevin is annoyed about this AI. You see Avocado and Larry King there, he want to be friends, he go with them. But you see how everything falls apart because of AI, because of the space, because of this Larry King character, because of this outlaw called Avocado. Everything mixes so well with chemistry. It's just so well balanced, and the pacing is just so great. I highly recommend promote this. I mean, watch this. Give it a chance. It's worth watching. I mean, and not stop showing the commercials on your internet, on your phone, some email that's showing watch Final Space. This show was throwing your face, keep throwing at you. Watch it, watch it, watch it, damn you, watch it! Yeah, it's right in front of your face, but it's one of those things that it's worth watching. Honestly, we have to promote this. We have to give it our views because it's one of those things that you really want a more adult cartoons. TBS is doing it right. Watch it. Give it promotion, give it, talk about it, go on Twitter, go on Facebook, call all your friends and say, watch this series. You love cartoons, you want to see more adult cartoons, not like Family Guy or The Simpsons. You want something original, but for adults, promote this. I mean, ask people, tell people, talk about it, tweet, do something, tell around, because it really is good. I highly recommend to watch it. I mean, if you want to watch it right now, go to TBS app, because I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just a fan of animation, so I highly recommend it. Go watch it. The TBS app. After that, a week later, when they announced that the 29th or 26th on Monday, watch it on TV also, just to help the ratings. Believe me, it's worth watching. I got nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.